Democratic Congressman Jim Himes of Connecticut, ranking member of the House Intelligence Committee, joined the discussion on the potential ceasefire deal involving Ukraine. Addressing concerns about Russia's response, Himes did not mince words. "I had to chuckle at the characterization that Ukraine agreed to a ceasefire," he remarked. "They didn't agree. They were forced into submission by extortion, a process that began in the Oval Office when former President Trump and Vice President Vance pressured Zelensky, cutting off vital military aid and intelligence sharing that saves lives daily in Kyiv." Himes argued that when a country as powerful as the United States applies such pressure, compliance becomes inevitable. While fewer casualties from a ceasefire are a positive outcome, he warned that Russia will use the pause to regroup, reposition troops, and prepare for further conflict. "This ceasefire isn't about peace," he said. "It's a tactical move for Russia to strengthen its position." The long-term implications when asked about the potential for a lasting resolution, Himes expressed skepticism. "Russia operates on long-term strategies, years, even decades," he explained. "This invasion didn't start in 2022, it began in 2014 with Crimea." He questioned whether Vladimir Putin, looking beyond a 6-month horizon, would halt his ambitions. "The message being sent to Putin is clear. Though costly, persistence pays off. If Donald Trump returns to office, that lesson will be reinforced," Himes warned. He also noted the global consequences, pointing out that China's Xi Jinping would be watching closely to gauge US resolve regarding Taiwan. The role of security guarantees a sustainable ceasefire, according to Himes, hinges on security guarantees. The United States undermined Ukraine, leaving them vulnerable. The key question now is, what security measures will be in place? He noted that Trump has stated there will be none, leaving it up to Europe to formulate a response. If Putin sees no deterrent beyond the ceasefire line, he will push forward again, he cautioned. Himes attributed this crisis to a combination of factors: early hesitation from the Biden administration, Republican-led delays in military aid, and the recent diplomatic stance that aligned the US with Russia and North Korea against its allies at the UN. European and business interests in Ukraine. Some analysts suggest that European peacekeeping forces and US business investments in Ukraine could serve as a deterrent to future Russian aggression. However, Himes dismissed this notion outright. "The idea that American mining interests in Ukraine would deter Putin is absurd," he said. "If US companies set up operations there, what's stopping Putin from manufacturing a provocation to justify another invasion? He could claim Ukrainian aggression and move in troops, forcing American businesses to evacuate. That's how this ends. It's a sham." While a European peacekeeping force is not a reality today, Himes believes the continent is beginning to recognize that it can no longer rely on the United States for security. "Europe is waking up to the fact that US support is no longer guaranteed," he said. "Over the next few years, they will likely build up their military capabilities to counter Russian threats. A shifting global landscape with uncertainty surrounding US commitment to Ukraine." Himes emphasized the broader implications for international security. He called for strong and enforceable security guarantees to prevent future Russian advances. Without them, he warned, this crisis will repeat itself, and history will hold us accountable.